this is Anthony back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi, I hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, evening, morning, overnight, whatever you've got going on. I hope you're having a good one. Today I have for you an unboxing. Yes, and it's actually gonna be the third one I've filmed tonight. I got a large shipment in from Jaded Gem Shop, but I decided to do them in 3 individual unboxings because they each deserve their own love. This one will most likely be posted quite a little bit after the other 2 because this is actually going to be my cross-stitch conversion that I'll be working on for Summer with the Masters. That is a diamond painting event that kicks off June 1st through July 31st, and I'm co-hosting with Katie over at Diamonds and Washi. So I wanted to have a special kit. I kind of already knew even before I found, I got offered to co-host that this was going to be one that I would be doing, or the one that I would be doing. So it was already on its way from Jaded Gem Shop. So it's so awesome that I'm going to be able to share this and display it as part of like a co-hosting space. So yeah, let me go ahead and give you some details on the image because we don't have a thumbnail here. This is Muscinae Laubmoos by Ernst Haeckel. This is an image from 1904. Ernst was a German biologist as well as an artist. He did an entire series of books or collections, 2 volumes of lithographs and kind of semi-muted tone lithographs focusing on a variety of different flora and fauna and all sorts of stuff. There was animals, flowers. He was just a really interesting biologist and a pretty awesome artist from what I could see. So this particular image is from that 2 volume, and it's called, the actual volumes of books are called The Art Forms in Nature. And so this is focusing on moss or mosses, and so that's what Muscinae Laubmoos means. So let's go ahead and take a look. We're gonna have a blank canvas in here, so there's not as much to show. And in fact, I'm gonna be tying this in with a time lapse of the kitting up of this kit. So let's go ahead and dive into it. I really just kind of wanted to share the drills, that kind of thing, show you the canvas quality, and then we'll dive into that time lapse of me kitting this up in preparation for Summer with the Masters. What? Oh my goodness, they could barely fit the drills in here. Oh, that color palette. Are you excited? Are you excited? There's some new things that I'm seeing here that are different than my last cross-stitch conversion I ordered from Jade. So let's quickly take a look at the canvas before we dive into these drills. One thing that I'm noticing is on this canvas, and we'll have to look at it in landscape, and you're not going to be able to see all of it most likely, but it's a blank canvas, so you'll be fine. As far as sizing goes, I wanted to give you that information. This is an 85.5 by 120 centimeter canvas. So very large project, but oh, it's gonna look so good when it's done. Muscinae Laubmoos, and you can see some information here on the canvas itself. Get a good look at that. Okay. Last time, her numbered 1 through 10 grid lines had, I think it was black background with a white symbol, and now it's just a plain white symbol with the numbers 1 through 10. So that actually might be a little bit easier on the eyes. I didn't mind it either way, but it is very helpful to have those 10 by 10 lines because it helps you keep track of where you are on your canvas. So very nice to see. It's already laying flat. It's got that nice soft backing, same quality as what you would come to find from a regular Jaded Gem Shop canvas. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this up and pop it back into the container or into the box. I don't need it right now because I'm not starting on this kit yet. I'm just going to be kitting it up. I'm filming this in advance, and I'd like to get a head start on kitting it up because of all the colors. So roll this up. It looks like we got a couple of things inside this kit, or inside this box. It looks like I got a set of release papers here, and these are, sorry, just cleaning that up. Okay, these are large double-sided release sheets that can be snipped in. I would snip them in half and use that as a section, but you get a little stack of those, which is nice. Another new thing, aside from the difference in the grid lines, is I have what they're calling a stone list. So I didn't get any sort of legend or any sort of list with my last kit. So let's take a look at, oh my gosh, look at this, look at this. Pages and pages of what should be here. So I could go through and do an inventory, which I might just to make sure. But yeah, I've got a lot to look through. This is a lot. So there's all of my my DMC. So I might do an inventory as I'm kitting up just to make sure I have it all. But here we go, 5 individual bags of drills. And I'll put in a pop-up, a thumbnail of the actual image. But look at this color palette. This is giving me like really intense kind of 70s kind of mod vibes, even though this was from 1904, but it's just the beautiful colors and the different mosses and flowers in this image have these gorgeous reds, really pretty greens and stuff. So there's those. Look at that color palette. It's totally giving me like 70s sofa vibes. Here's a lot more of those leafy greens and shades of kind of moss that you're gonna have in this image. Really pretty. And then this last one, once again, some really light greens, kind of minty colors, gorgeous. So there's our full color palette. When I cut over to the time lapse of the kitting up, I may stop it from time to time and highlight certain colors or maybe hold them up to the screen. I'm not really sure. There's just so many here to read off 255 DMCs is gonna be a little crazy. So I might forgo showing you all of these one by one or highlighting any particular color, but you can kind of see your overall color palette here, and there's just a lot to love. So yeah, I'm probably going to start working on kitting this up tonight, maybe going into tomorrow, and then I'll do a last clip just talking about how long the entire process took me, and go over any notes, any things I noticed about the quality. If they're anything like my Head of Medusa kit from Jaded Gem Shop, they're gonna be absolutely fabulous. So I'm really excited to get this kitted up. But yes, a very large canvas, 255 colors. We've got a lot going on here. I'm going to be kitting them up in my 420 container art dot storage system. So I'm putting them in this giant thing. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see this beautiful piece come together. I think this image is just really unique and different and not something I've really seen once again in diamond painting. So let me know if you have any questions, all that good stuff. I'll save that at the end. We'll save the goodbyes for the end. I will do a final clip. Probably won't be tonight, at some point when I'm done kitting up, to talk a little bit about the process, any snags I ran into, that type of stuff. So for now, enjoy a nice time lapse with maybe some fun music as we get this prepped and ready to go for Summer with the Masters. All right, cut to the next clip. Okie dokie. So I got through all the way to the 500. So now I'm going to start 600. So I did 5 piles, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 piles to go. And that took me a little over 2 hours. So I probably have another 3 hours or so to go before this is all done. So definitely a process kitting up this many colors. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 28, 56, 70. I've done 75 so far. 75 colors out of 255. So definitely have some ways to go. A couple of notes this far in, and it's something I mentioned with Head of Medusa, is a lot of Jade's baggies, and this isn't necessarily a problem, it just adds a little bit more time and a little bit more plastic to the situation. Some of her baggies, and maybe she's explained this in in the comments in that video, I'll have to ask her, but some of your baggies are going to be nice and full, right? And then some of your baggies, like this string, is all one color, but they're little itsy bitsies. Like all of this could probably fit in one bag. So I'm always curious why we're doing 4 bags. So now you're cutting open and pouring out 4 bags instead of the 1. So I don't know why that happens. Maybe certain colors are less popular than others, so they bag them in smaller amounts. They pre-bag them in smaller amounts, so that way they're not wasting, they're not sending people a big old bag when they may only need this much. So maybe it's just a matter of how they're pre-manufactured, because they don't fill these bags to order. There's just boxes and boxes of all these different DMCs, and people go and pull them down and cut how many they need. So there's probably a specific amount in each of these bags, varying on how popular they are, how frequently they use them. So they're not wasting products. So maybe that's it. It would be nice if there was less plastic in this process. I mean, it's all plastic, but that's the one thing. Static in very few, comparatively to how many colors I did. I'd say maybe there's 5 or 6 out of that 75 that I had to like pick up some extras. But other than that, slipping right out of those bags, which is A+. And then, what else? Oh, with the stone list. So this is the DMC list, or the legend. I'm noticing like here, this color 85, if you can see that color 85 is 165, but so was color 35, 165. And then here, color 167 was also 198, 185 was also 156. So I'm assuming, here's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming that those are substitutions, because that, whatever that DMC was, doesn't exist in diamond painting, so they had to do some switches, but I wasn't given what they are switched for, so that's kind of a problem. What I'm thinking I can do is I can go to my PDF or my pattern and look at the actual DMC list and be like, okay, this is 564 drills. What else is 564 drills other than this 676? So these two both have the same amount of drills. So I can go to the chart and be like, oh, that other color is 1 or 10 or something, and they replaced it with that. So I'll just need to make note of that. That way when I'm actually diamond painting, I'm not like, where is 1? I don't have a 1 in my thing. So I'll have to make note of that. I'm hoping it didn't happen too often. So far it's happened 1, 2, 3 times. So 3 out of 75. So if we keep up with that trend, I might have to keep an eye out for like 10 or 11 substitutions. Hopefully, we'll see. Here's what my container set looks like. This thing holds 120, I think is what it is. 120 in one big foam thing. So that's how far I am. I'm getting there. Or maybe it holds 140. I don't remember. But yeah, there's that. I got some plastic waste off to the side. I've been going through stickers like crazy. I may have to buy another pack of stickers. I don't know. But I have these. I might have enough. I have more over here on the side. So far so good, but I've been doing this standing. My desk is raised, or my table is raised, but my upper back is hurting. So we're gonna call it a night. I'm trying to get up early to do a hike tomorrow. So I'm gonna come back to you in the next clip with more time lapse, or I'll say hello when I get back to this, and we'll keep going. I want to get this done soon. I was expecting it to take more than one day, but yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go get some rest and we'll keep going. All right, bye. Hello there, everyone. So I am back at it. It's been, let's see, these are 800s. It has been 2 days. So I just started doing this on Friday. I didn't do anything yesterday on Saturday, and now it's Sunday. I just started up some laundry, just doing some, your general chores and stuff. And I figure I will kind of take little stabs at this, or kind of take some chunks out of it as I go throughout the day. So we're gonna get back into it. So I'm just gonna move right into that time lapse. Let's keep going. As far as the angle goes, I've been working in this area. Hopefully you can see some stuff, and then the storage containers off here to the side. As I get more piles done, I'll be able to move stuff over so you can see more, but yeah. Oh, and then let me also turn on the light for you. There you go. So, okay, we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna try to get a little bit further with this, and ideally I'd like to get it all done today, but this might end up being a 3-day event. So, all right, let's get going. Okie dokie. So we just finished up all of the triple digit numbers, so all the way up to 993. So we're starting in the 3000s. So I have the 3000s, 3600s, 3700s, and then the 3800s to go. So we still have quite a ways to get through, but this is now 1, 2, 3, 4 piles, and I think I've done, I don't even know anymore. But yeah, this is how far we are in our second set here. I was wishing and hoping that maybe I would only have to use 2 sets of these, because that would be 280. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to go past that just with a lot of these requiring multiple containers. So I will use the third one. I was thinking, ooh, if I only use 2, then maybe I can kit up my pre-packaged Summer with the Masters kit that I'm going to select all in one thing, but I just don't think that's going to happen. It was just kind of like a wishful thinking. So I am going to take another break. I still have more stuff to do. I kind of have been in the zone standing here doing this, so I do need to like get some more house stuff done. Probably take the boy for a WALK, and then maybe come back and tackle more of this tonight. If not, I can keep going tomorrow. But yeah, so far so good. Couple more colors that had some static, but nothing too major at all. It's just a time-consuming process, of course. So yeah, we'll cut to probably a little clip when I come back, or I'll just go right back into more time-lapse, and then we'll keep going from there. Okay? Bye! Okie dokie, just finished. Oh my gosh, what a project. All kitted up. That took about 6.5 hours, 6 hours and 15 minutes-ish, right in that range to get all this done. Yeah, that was a lot, but overall, not too bad of a process. I did have, once again, some more static here and there. One thing that was a little tricky is I was trying to keep track of which duplicates I had. Like I said, with cross-stitch conversions, there's certain DMCs that don't exist in diamond art or the diamond drills. So there's duplicates, so I would see the same DMC twice, but checking for every number twice turned out to be a little bit of a challenge for me. I got, let's see, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 I was able to identify, but there was a lot more that I didn't catch until later on, and then I was having trouble going back and looking through the crossed out ones to see which ones there were. So if I had to do this again, what I'd probably do is pull out that actual PDF of the chart that was provided from Threadbare or whatever pattern company or pattern shop you order from. Pull that out, because that usually lists them by DMC. So that way I could see, okay, let's say I have two 3772s or something like that. I could go back and double check and see which one they duplicated there and mark it, because Jade's manufacturer did not provide what they swapped out when. It's just randomly listed based on the number of drills. So that was a little bit difficult. Next time I will cross-check with the actual pattern DMC chart that was provided so I know which ones, because now what I think I'm going to have to do is I'm going to be diamond painting. I'm going to get to a color and be like, hey, that color is not in here. And so I'm going to have to go and look at how many drills are listed there, see which number matches here, and then go that way. I'm also going to ask Jade to see if she has that information, if she sent that to the manufacturer, if they just did it on their end. Maybe she knows. I'm hoping she knows, because that would save me a lot of time. The other thing that I noticed is I am missing 3779. I'm going to double check again, but yeah, 3778, and then we moved to 3782. I double checked to make sure I didn't place anything wrong. So I'm missing those, and I need 198 of those drills. So I'm going to reach out to Jade, get those taken care of. Let me check to see in my stash. 3779. Ooh, I do have some. It's like a pink shade, but I don't have 200 of them. I've only probably got like 50. So I'm going to have to get those taken care of. So I'll reach out to her for that. And then the last thing that I'll talk about, this has nothing to do with a how-to, and I don't expect you to understand this. So if you don't understand it, it's okay. I'm not saying this as part of a, like, this is how you should do it, or this is what I would suggest. This is just how it works in my head. When I look at my stickers here, you can see that we've got 4 different colors and they alternate: red, green, yellow, blue, red, green, yellow, blue, red, green, yellow, blue. That is just because that's how many different colors come in my sticker pack. But what I've found personally is having that alternating color allows me to find the DMC a little bit easier, because I'm seeing that transition from number to number. So I know all of these are the same color, these two are just this one, you know, so on and so forth. So when I'm hunting and pecking for my DMCs or my drill containers, that lets me know that there's a break in between each one. So if these were all blue or all yellow or all red or all green, I think in my head it would make it a little bit harder for me to identify where the DMC starts and what the next color starts and ends. I hope that makes sense. So that's why I like to do that alternating thing. But now that I'm going to be missing this 3779, when I go to put it in its right spot, which will be here, and I have to shift everything over, luckily I only will have to shift these 2 rows, this one and this bit, shift it all over to make room for the one that I'm missing. That's going to be out of sync of the color pattern, because I'll probably do another yellow or another blue or something like that. So that's a little annoying to me. That's a very OCD kind of thing to be worried about, but it is something I'm worried about, so much so that I might even consider peeling all of these off and redoing them with the right colors. I don't know if I'm going to do that. That's going to take like another half hour or something to rewrite those, but I might just throw it in there. But that is something that I do. I am mindful of. You can't see, but here's how many were in that last section. So this last tray only used up these. So had I probably consolidated a little bit better, taken care of the static, because what I do is if I experience static, I'll just divvy them up into 2 containers. That way I'm not fussing to cram all the static drills into like one container. So some of these could be consolidated, like this could probably be 3, you know, this might be able to be 1, but that's okay. as I consolidate, so once I empty this container, then everything gets shifted over. So eventually I'll be able to work these into these two. But I think I still have enough here with the, like, even if I skipped this row and started anew, this will be enough to do probably a pre-packaged kit. So I might still do whichever Summer with the Masters pre-packaged kit in here. I'll just know that this is a completely separate project down here, if that makes sense. So those won't go to waste. It seems a little bit silly just to have part of that top row filled in. But yeah, 255 colors, all kitted up, ready to go. I guess 254 because I'm missing that one. So I'll give you a status update on that once I get that ordered, and we should be good to go. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably check in with Katie over at Diamonds and Washi and just pick her brain and see what she thinks about potentially starting my big old cross stitch conversion for the event a little bit early so I can get a head start. I'm on the fence about it, so might as well get a second opinion. Otherwise, you'll see this started on June 1st, but depending on the feedback that I get from her, I may start this a little bit earlier. It, once again, also has to depend on what I can get done with my other whips, because I have 1, 2, 3 kits that I'd like to finish. Plus I have this little side project that I'm working on, so it may not even matter with time. I just won't have the time to get it started by June 1st, but we'll see. But it is ready to go, ready to rock and roll as soon as I get that last color in from Jade, and then I'll be ready to get started. So that's kind of all I have for you. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I will make sure to link not only the art.storage container, but I'll even list my stickers where I get those from Amazon, and then make sure to list Jade's shop, and then I'll also list Threadbare where I got the pattern, so you have all of that information and you can get this exact kit if you so choose. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of this content. Otherwise, thanks again so much for watching, and happy placing. Bye, 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 bye.